Hi, this is me attempting to do a vlog. So I have kind of constructed the idea of how I'm going to keep on track with this vlog. Okay, so basically the vlog is going to be Harry Potter themed. Yes, I know the author who shall not be named is problematic, but I like the story of Harry Potter, and it's too late. I'm not going to get rid of her books because I spent too much money on them, and you know, that's just a waste. I'm not doing it, okay? I'm sorry. Because if you don't want to watch it, just scroll past, it's fine. As you guys know, I'm in a reading rut, slump thing, whatever you want to call it. I've been in purgatory. I thought Harry Potter might do it. Even to try and help with that. I read the first one, but the interactive version, you know, with the pop-ups and, you know, with the art. It did okay. It did good. I got excited some parts. Especially listening to the audiobook, with Jim Dale. Sorry, had to do it. It worked a little bit. But still I am finding that I am still scrolling on my phone. Was it doom scrolling? And I tried to save my husband from doom scrolling, but no, he's stuck on the Facebook reels. He's Facebook reeling right now. Listen. Doom scrolling. He couldn't be saved, so he's unsavable now. But I'm stuck in that. And I think it's really the root of, like, I'm working a full-time job. Yes, my hours are 7:30 to 4:30. Sometimes I get home at like 4, since I can like take a shorter break and I come in early. But and the job that I do is I'm a front desk person at the medical office that I'm at. I'm interacting with all these people. They're coming in different kind of conditions. They have different issues that they may have. So whatever, like if they're pissed off about like the parking or something, or they couldn't find the office or stuff like that, I'm the first person that hears that. Most of the time they can be chill. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're like, I couldn't tell me if I find this place, and if they're late, I gotta break the news, so we gotta reschedule you, and the right time if I come all the way from this way, and this and that, and I get the first brunt of all the things. So I'm taking on different personalities. I'm navigating different personalities. I'm trying to problem solve, you know, trying to work out different situations where it doesn't escalate, you know, that kind of thing. So that takes a toll on my brain physically. I think people don't really think about that a lot. They just think, oh, you're sitting at a desk all day. But it's like, no, you're navigating different personalities and how to interact with certain people in certain situations. And, you know, it takes a toll mentally, and, you know, mental is almost as bad as physical. So it's like, which makes me doom scroll, which is so bad. So I think I'm gonna try and really commit to a reading vlog. We'll see how well this goes. So I'm doing a test, see if I can get this so I can restart my stuff, right? I'm gonna try and like read during break times, check in then, and then afterward, maybe probably not before. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should challenge myself with getting up like 30 minutes earlier and reading or something. But I'm tired. Like, I was tired. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so I will let you know that I am there is this little where he goes diagonally. See, he's going with like through the fluid powder. I'll have to do a close-up of that, but he's going through the fluid powder. That's really cool. I am getting to the point. I am getting to the part which I hope that they illustrate it. I don't think that they do. Where Malfoy's dad and Ron's dad, they fight in the bookstore. Yeah, and I think I will watch the TV series that is going to come out. I might do that. But we'll see. this is gonna come out, but hopefully I show that in the TV show. I think that'd be kind of fun. So I did do 2 videos today. I uploaded 2 videos, which is great. I'm very proud of myself. Oh, I want to watch that one. So and then I'm having one that's coming out Wednesday, and it's gonna be a controversial one. We'll see how well that pops off, or how well, you know, that goes. Because you know how people are now these days, they be crazy. But yeah, anyway, hopefully this works out. Hopefully I'll see you with an update, and hopefully this doesn't end. This is all motivation, but I'm gonna keep each other motivated. I'm whispering because Moses is not on the phone. He's on call. So, bam. I am on chapter 6. Ron got his howler, you know, so that was cool. And Lockhart is way more annoying, I think, in the book than in the movie, because he is constantly like trying, like cornering Harry, you know. I mean, like basically insinuating that he's trying to be famous, that he's trying to get all these autographs, and who's signing autographs? Oh, you, Potter. That's how he got his mouth voice sounds when he's being narrated. Yeah, way more annoying than in the movie. He like made him late for herbology. Just, you know, you shouldn't be, you know, starting this early, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, Harry. Yeah, so that's interesting. I like the audiobooks. I'm having a great time with that. Also, I want to show you guys. So, that's the mandrake, right? You pull it up. Whee! That's really cool. I'm about to do like put you guys on a stand and like show you how like they do it. It's really cool though. Yeah. That's what's going on. Yep. Okay, this is like the best angle I can do. Let me show you. So there's Harry right here. He's going down the chimney by blue powder. Here is the Whomping Willow. Oh, that's better. And then is there anything else in the front? Oh, there's the burrow. I just think that's really cool. Hopefully, I know it's a really big angle, but I think this is really cool so far.
Cadmus is engaged to a woman who suffers an untimely death, and then after the stone fails to bring her back the way he expects, he takes matters into his own hands and joins her in death. So like, end of the line, right? Also, let's not forget about the other side of Voldemort's family heirlooms, the Slytherin side. Clearly, Slytherin had kids, but like, why don't we know anything about his wife or children? It's awful hard to be the heir of Slytherin 1,000 years later if there was just no first heir. And then there's the question, like, did the Founders come first or the Peverils? And then the Gaunts are injected somewhere in there, unfortunately. Anyway, today we're going to get to the bottom of all.
Hey, doing some more reading. I'm on chapter 10. One of the things that in the Chamber of Secrets movie is that Lockhart isn't really in the movie as much. Like, yes, you remember him because, none of you remember that my favorite color was lilac or Harry, and pesky, know me. I know I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. Same difference, right? And Rocky Mendo, where he tries to heal his arm, and it goes like all nasty. Which is that's actually to come up here, but it doesn't show him. And of course, in the detention part where he's signing all his autographs, and oh my God, great Scott! It's been 4 hours. I'm hearing voices if I haven't taken that long. How time flies when we're having fun. That part, but like, there's so many instances so far in like up to chapter 10 where he has cornered Harry. Like Colin Creevy's trying to get an autograph from Harry. He joined in on that. Oh, excuse me. He made him 10 minutes late to his herbology class to educate him and like, oh, you get all this attention. You shouldn't be doing this at your age. It makes you look like you're big-headed. And also in all the classes, he's using him as an example. It's almost like he's using Harry as like a. He's using Harry because Harry is actually famous because he's the boy who lived, and Lockhart, he's not anything. He's a fraud. He's a faker. He literally he's putting up a persona. So it's like he's trying to cover all that up by using Harry as a distraction, I guess. So yeah, he's so annoying. Oh, and that conversation where it seems like maybe perhaps Harry and them were in the wrong place at the wrong time. That didn't happen in the hallway. That actually happened in Lockhart's whole office, and Lockhart was like, oh, I can cure this. I've done this. Blah, blah, blah. That wasn't shown. He did it. Oh no. Just interesting. Hi. I finished this last night. TV's going on in the background. Done with Booktube. I don't have a thought right now. I'm just really tired. I'm forcing myself to do this. To talk to you guys. The major thing I think is that don't trust something. Don't trust anything that you can't see where its brain is at. It's a line that Mr. Weasley says in the book, but I think that's pretty cool. I think that they better say it in the series. Lockhart is way more annoying here. He just constantly he's more present than he is in the movies, but he's annoying as hell. Quit focusing on that. Quit doing it. So there's that. I watched the first Harry Potter movie, which was very, very fun. Like that. Oh, and they don't go to the forest right away to go follow the spiders and follow the spiders. What happened to follow the butterflies? That line doesn't happen. That's probably not that line that I would say exactly right, but that line is not said. Which I do like that they say it in the movie, which is funny. They don't go to the forest right away. The hairline follow the spiders, and they continue on the class and this and that, and then they just kind of spiders fleeing where the victims are at, and then eventually they go to Hagrid's hut, and then they take Fang, and then they follow the spiral. So it's like a couple days later, and they're actually initially not supposed to visit Hermione because they're thinking, oh, they might go back to the victims and finish them off. They actually kind of lied their way because they were actually being caught trying to go to the girls' bathroom to go investigate some things, and then they were like, oh my god, we just want to see Hermione, it's been so long, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, of course. And then that's what they see, the paper note. Oh, they're going through the plumbing, the pipes, and then that's what everybody see together. And that's pretty cool. Yeah. There's that, right? Those thoughts. Also, it's Professor Dippet that interacts with Tom Riddle, not Dumbledore initially, so that's interesting. And so which leads me into I'm on chapter 5. The Dementors. Pretty much, everything's still the same, as it is in the movie. There's really anything different. There's a lot more time where he spends in, Diagon Alley and in Hogsmeade because he's there for like a week. But there is, where like in the movie, because in the second movie they don't show that when Dobby, and the cake lands on Lady's head, that actually alerted them that, oh, there's magic, but they didn't know that he did it, which I feel like, it's kind of fair. It's just assumed that I guess you can kind of assume like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old would, do magic for some other reason. You would think that maybe a team of wizards or something, or like a wizard would say, hey, there was magic that happened here. What happened? And maybe he would have said, hey, no, this dang house elf came to my house and was like, you must not go back to school. And then he's holding my letters. And then he threatened, and then he dumped the cake on the what's-her-face's head. And then maybe he wouldn't have that first strike for him, doing magic, because whenever he snaps and blows up his aunt, he's very, very worried. Oh my god, this is my second strike. They're gonna expel me for reals. And it's almost like Fudge was going to if it wasn't Harry Potter, and it wasn't for the fact that Sirius Black just got out of Azkaban, he's gotta get out of that bedroom. Get out underneath that bed. That he would have been possibly expelled, even though it really he didn't mean to. It was just his emotions. Because he's 13 and he was feeling rage. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's something that they could stress upon in the series. I feel like that'd be kind of cool to see that stress, because that really wasn't there. And at this point in the second book, when they did that, it was a howler. Whereas they did do that in Half-Blood Prince. They did do that in Half-Blood Prince, but that should have happened in book 2 or movie 2. But yeah. Sinful apple. So Harry heard all that mess about and the rat. He overheard the conversation with Mrs. Weasley saying, hey, you should know this by XYZ. And Mrs. Weasley's like, no, he's just a boy. So there's that part, and then they were gonna get into the part where the Dementors are gonna go in and have him pass out. So I don't think I have any a thought, because I'm just tired. I don't know, just I'm mentally tired. But it's Monday. I did sit outside and I did some smudging, which was nice because I really have fallen out of not doing that and not keeping up with my readings because I don't know. I think just something hit. I don't know. I know what it is. I'm not gonna actually say what it is. I'm not gonna get too in depth with it because I'm not. I don't want to deal with no smoke here. Okay. I dealt plenty with that. Just me, just announcing that my journey be getting reconnected as Native American, all that shit, and people were like, "Oh my god, no!" I don't know. I think when I'm feeling like, if I'm feeling doom and gloomy, like, oh my god, the world's gonna end, there's nothing but negative things, because now everything's just, everything's just being put on a pedestal like it's a reality TV show. A reality TV show from hell, that anybody and everybody's talking about everything. It's like they're putting on a show, as they are, because that's how they know what to do. They're entertaining us. They're trying to entertain us monkeys, okay? Entertaining us monkeys in the circus. But I need to rely on that, rely on my smudging, my readings, and just really recenter myself. I guess I don't know. That's just me, but I can read for a little bit. I should go to bed. Oh my gosh, I did show you guys. Oh my gosh. Tangent. Oh my gosh, got a horrible angle of me yawning. Okay. Oh no. Well, tangent side thing. This is my Fuggler. And yes, it's Frodo from Lord of the Rings. And a Fuggler is a fun, ugly monster. There is one with, oh my god, get your little arms in there. There is one of Smeagol, which is hilarious. I think that's funny. I gotta get his clothes on. Oh, there's a button on his butt. It acts like his butthole. How do I know that? Because I undressed him. But yeah, he's got teeth. He's got teeth. Teeth. Yeah. There's my Fuggler. Ugh. And then I got a fox. And I got a Hedwig. Okay, there's that. I saw them up there, and I thought you guys would love to see it. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for hanging out with me. Okay, so reading further on. Arthur finally kind of cornered Harry.
I love when Megatron roasts.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
Sorry.
Meet Base 44.
He's funny. He likes Megatron roasting people. But Mr. Weasley kind of corners Harry. He's gonna give him the lowdown, everything about Sirius Black, basically. And of course Harry goes, "Oh, I've heard everything. I know what's going on. It's whatever." It's like, "Oh, you did," and he takes the word for it instead of making sure, oh, he heard everything, giving the whole details, and then so he still doesn't know.
Daddy!
Did you just call me Daddy?
Something wrong with that girl. She got issues. I have issues too, but that's fine. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. They take his word for it, instantly. Dude, really? You should have made sure, he got the whole thing, the whole details, and not just take him at his word, because he is 13. Yes, he's faced the Dark Lord twice already, but still. At least double make sure he's got all the details. Dude, I totally forgot. Ron has a sneaker scope. It's basically, where if someone unworthy or untrustworthy is happening, it makes all this noise. They just got back from Egypt in this one? Yes, they did. And it was making all kinds of noise in Egypt. He's like, I don't know why. Such and such, I forget which brother Fred or George put beetles in Percy's soup or something. And he figures that, and it is making noise right now. And Ron's in Ron's luggage, basically. And he's like, I don't know why. I think it's broken right now. It's like, now we know. It's because of Wormtail being Scabbers. I hope they had that in there too. That'd be pretty cool. And there's a detail about, you know, the missing toe. Yeah, anyway, there's that. Hey, it's Saturday, the 16th. I think so. Yeah, I don't know. It's Saturday. So, I started off this video reading Harry Potter. And then moved on to Prisoner of Azkaban. We got up to the part where ridiculous. That and Snape really is an asshole. Oh, and the Grim. We got to that part. And then I don't know when last time I updated you. Wednesday I didn't read anything. Or was it Thursday? Wednesday I read a little bit. And then Thursday didn't, and then Friday, almost like kind of like around time, I got distracted, and then Stella. Yes. We got Stella barking for some dang reason. I don't know why. There's humans out, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, ended up just reading this because for some reason something popped in my head about being. Oh my good lord, Stella. Hold on. Don't know why Stella does that right at the most inconvenience time. Something popped in my head about beautiful creatures. I don't remember yesterday what popped in my head, but something popped in my head about it. And then I was watching TikToks about it because I looked it up, and you know, I got really like excited because I remember like when I was in high school, like freshman year, I want to say, this whole series was a big part of my freshman, sophomore, and like the junior year. Very big part of it. I read the whole series, obsessed with it. Reread them, and then of course in my senior year, that's when I moved on to Anne Rice's books and stuff like that, and then going into the Stephen King world and just starting this whole journey of me trying to travel books on the internet. But yeah, I'm 140 pages in, and it's going very, very well. So basically, you're in a small town of Gatlin, South Carolina, and there's no Gatlin, South Carolina, but you know, it's basically this little small town of like less than like 1,000 people, right? And these are your stereotypical small rural towns that have like, you know, 2 churches within a couple blocks from each other, right? They're very, if you are not like, if you don't fit like their stereotypical mold, if you're outside of that, they don't like you. One of the DAR, the Women's Associate Federation or something like that. I don't know. Kind of like Blanche Devereaux, the ladies of the Confederacy, that kind of women's group, but like, you know, they had a very big part of the Civil War, Revolutionary War, you know, so they reenact the Civil War like every year. Is those kind of people. Mrs. Lincoln, she's one of those ladies who's like very big in the church. If she don't like something, she's burning them books. She does not like Harry Potter. Which is funny because I started off this reading blog reading Harry Potter. But, yeah, she's one of those. And when Lena shows up, of course, she's related to Old Man Ravenwood, who is the town shut-in. They don't know him at all. They make up stories about him. And, of course, he's one of those guys that's who's very, very intelligent. He goes to the library. He educates himself. He reads. And of course, Ethan Waite's mom is a very educated woman, but like somehow she kind of fit in, but she really didn't, but they still liked her and accepted her. She has like a PhD, a doctorate, has written 5 or 8 books about history, and but she ended up dying in a car wreck like a couple months before that. And of course, Ethan, he kind of just fits in. He kind of goes with the flow, begrudgingly, even though he's like, I want to get out of this town. I want to get far away from this town because he sees the hypocrisy in all these people, and how if anybody that is slightly different from them does not fit the mold and doesn't fit the clique, they shut the people out, are constantly, you know, bullying, gossiping, and all that stuff. And another one of my favorite parts about the story is he has his 2 sisters. oh my god, Prudence something. I can't remember her names, but like, what was that dog's name? Oh god, where? Hold on. I think it was just yesterday. I don't know. I can't. Anyway, the way that Harold James. I think Harold James. Like that's our dog's name. It's a Yorkie, and of course the sisters they couldn't fucking see what it was, and they thought it was like a big old wolf rat or something. Broke the dang dog's leg, and of course she's like, I couldn't see. I thought it was a wolf rat. I didn't have my spectacles on. And just the way that they talk is very old Southern, and then it's just so funny, and it's just, I don't know. And I like that bits and part of it of where it's where, you know, you hear like Southern people from like Georgia, down like real south, you know, like the old people, you know, who have like two names, kind of like Stella Bell, yeah, or like, oh my god, Prudence Jane. That's another one that that's one of the sisters' names, but I can't remember the other girl's name. Oh my god, I'm literally can't think of it. Boo Bradley, Greenbrier. Oh, hold on. Oh, Ethan Cotta. Wait, that's like his great uncle or something. Sisters. Blah, blah, blah. Where there's the no. Yeah, Harold James. That's the dog's name. Harold James. Oh, and they're like in their 90s, by the way, these sisters. They're like old, you know, they go to church Saturday and Sundays. Yep. Oh my god, okay, so this is where he pulls up, because he goes to church with them every Saturday and Sunday. And he goes up to the house, and then she goes, Aunt Mercy, she answers the door, and then of course, the other sister's going, thank goodness you're here, Ethan. We have an emergency on our hands. An emergency. Not emergency, emergency. Because Harold James been injured. I'll tell you what happened, Aunt Prudence said, appearing out of nowhere with the first aid kit. Grace tried to kill poor Harold James. He's barely hanging on. I didn't try to kill him. Don't you tell lies, Prudence Jane. It was an accident. Ethan, you tell Dean Wilkes and tell him we have an emergency. Of course, she has her little first aid kit in her hand. She goes, we're losing him. Harold James laying on the kitchen floor. Grace, the Lord is my witness. Harold James dies. He's not going to die, Aunt Prue. I think he's broke his leg. What happened? Grace tried to beat him to death with a broom. That's not true. I told you. I wasn't wearing my spectacles. And he looked like a wolf rat running through the kitchen. I mean, that's not funny. Oh my god. Like, I can imagine these little old ladies. I didn't have my spectacles on. He looked like a wolf rat running through the kitchen. That's just funny. I don't know. It's just so hilarious. But yeah, I'm having a good time. I will flip back towards Harry Potter. Because I know Mrs. Lincoln's going to be annoying as hell. But yeah, that's what I'm happening on here. That's my update. I don't know what I'm going to name this reading vlog. I don't know. We'll figure that out. ChatGPT will help me with that. Anyway, I'll catch y'all later. Oh Lord, it's so hot out here. I do say this flower is wilting.
Well, I need a window seat because this flower is wilting.
Oh, Lord.
I just saw that King of the Hill episode where, you know, Bobby Hill, he thinks he's Louisiana. Y'all know the episode, it's funny. Anyway, Melchizedek. I know I said that wrong. I can't say it right. But the way it said in the book, it's great. But naked Ravenwood. So, he comes up. He shows up, and all that good stuff. He drops a pipe bomb, like a mic drop, I'm telling you. So basically what's happened at this point is that they go into the castle library. They figure out that they need the Book of Moons. They find Aunt Genevieve's grave, and Lena finds out that her mom's trying to kill her or do whatever she's trying to do because she's the darkest caster in the world, and she feels like she's gonna go dark, blah blah blah. And then she goes to the prom. And of course they try, the girls who were like the guardian angels, you know, because, you know, they're like homonders or some shit. They basically, you know, like, they carry her. Like in movie Carrie, the Stephen King book and movie, where instead of like, they don't put full-on blood on her or anything like that. Her and Ethan, they are taking a picture, and of course where like the snow is supposed to be falling, they put water in the snow, and they water fake snow, whatever it's made out of, and basically ruin the whole picture. And then Ridley's obviously there, and she kind of like, oh hell no, why you do this? Of course, my husband has to walk out here. He doesn't know I'm filming, and he goes, oh. Anyway, that's why I randomly just paused quickly. But anyway, so Ridley's there. She's basically, you know, trying to, so they wanted to go to the prom together. And I do know somewhere in the books, Ridley does redeem herself in some aspect. But she was like, you can't trust these people. And you keep doing this over and over again. You know, they're nothing to us. Blah, blah, blah. And so she ends up causing a whole ruckus where some lights short out. The fire alarms go off. And Emily Asher, she gets her leg broken because she didn't fall off the stage. She actually, I think, got ran over. That's how she got her leg broken. Yeah, so they end up doing a town hall meeting, and you know, Mrs. Lincoln, she's the head of it, and they're all doing all this is what she did, this is what blah blah blah, this and that. And of course, right at like the last minute, Macon Ravenwood, Melchizedek, as Amma says, Amma, because in the movie, the guy who plays Ethan Wake calls her Amma, but he says Amma. But basically, he comes walking in, and it's Marion Ashcroft and Boo Radley the dog, and of course he's playing on with the guy. Hey, I'm blind. He's a seeing eye dog. Basically, just drops a whole bombshell of like, oh. Maybe I'll put a Walmart in here, you know, and oh, maybe I will take the business away from that hotel that you guys own, that you guys have, you know, that'll have your husband so farther away to go see his boo thing that he sees, and he'll be late for dinner. And then basically, so it's the guy who goes to the bar and drinks instead of going to church. He's exposing people's affairs. He's exposing people's drinking habits. He's exposing all the things. And of course, like, I think it'd be might sensible if you do more investigating about this matters, because it's only, the evidence you have is only between 4 unreliable teenagers. He's like, I think, and the guy who's holding this homie is like, I think it might be best to do that, sir. He's like, thank you. And he walks off. It was awesome. I'm like, oh! And of course, anytime, like, I don't know, I was having a great time. Of course, there's more of the sisters and all that stuff, because they had a good time, like, at Thanksgiving. And of course, the greats, Emma's like family members, paused time so her in the middle of the dinner, so her and Lena could have a whole conversation. But hey, what's going on is basically, no, make it ain't gonna tell you this, so I'm gonna tell you myself, because the greats told me that you need to know this. She told about her mom. She does not know that her dad dies because the mom killed him. I do know that, but she hasn't figured it out yet. But there's also this whole other thing where Ethan realizes, oh shit, maybe the book is the Book of Moons that they need to get, because they see a whole thing where Genevieve tries to revive or save Ethan Cottaway by using the Book of Moons. That didn't turn right because she turned dark because of that. And it's like the 16 moon, 16 whatever, that person's gonna turn dark. The Duquesne is gonna turn dark, whatever. We do see that, but there's this whole chapter where one of the family members, basically, they can kind of see anything that's happened from the past, present, and future. So they kind of use her to go and see the grave of Genevieve in Greenbrier, and to make sure it's there. And of course, there's another relative that sees, like, if you're lying, if you look in their face, oh, they're lying, you're lying. They know you're lying, basically. So they dig up the book of Moons on Genevieve's grave. We're like, that's not in the book. Basically, Marion Ashcroft, she's not in the movie. Basically, Emma's replaced her as like the bookkeeper, the keeper of the books of this Castor library and all that stuff. That's not in there. Yeah, so there's that. Ridley pops up again. What else is on the book? There's a big chunk of the book that's not even there. Like, there's that scene where, you know, Mrs. Lincoln, she's in there. She tries to give him some brownies. He's like, no, I don't think I will get you in here, because he thought something's up. But yeah, it is so hot out here, guys. Oh my god, it's so hot. Like, I can't even, I don't know how hot it is. I really want to walk Stella, but, you know, it's just so hot. You can only do it in the evening. Till it gets cooler. I don't know what temperature it is out here, but I'm wearing all black, and I'm like, this flower is wilting. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I think I'm on page 406, 407. Oh, and this is so sunny, I can't even see. Oh, Lord. Oh, I only got like 100 some odd pages left. I got like 160 pages to go. I could knock this out tonight. It is just so good. Anywho, I don't think I got any thoughts or any other things besides the way he came up with that little meeting. It was like he just looks all put together. And keep in mind, they haven't seen this man in like 16 years at least, maybe 20 years at least, because you know he's the town shut-in. He's the Boo Bradley of this little town, and of course he shows up. I was like, I'm so sorry, it took us forever, but this weather today, it is something terrible. We tried to get here as fast as we could, but yeah, I'm sorry we can have this dog in here unless it's a service dog. I do apologize, but this dog's my CNI dog, and it's so funny. Anyway, that's my thoughts. I'll see you later. Hey, I'm here. I finished it. When I started this reading vlog, I wasn't even sure if I was even gonna finish this whole reading vlog, right? Let me like, there we go. I wasn't even sure if I was even gonna finish this reading vlog at all. I wasn't even sure if I was even gonna like finish a book. I mean, I did finish Harry Potter, like the second Chamber of Secrets. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna finish. I don't know. I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. The direction, the reading, because I've been such like in like a slump, in a dump. I don't know. I've just been in something, and it sure wasn't in a good reading mood, right? So I started this Friday, and I just, it's Sunday. Wow. Okay. So let's get it. I mean, if I've told you about basically what's going on. Basically, there's this whole thing looming around Lena Duquesne of like, is she gonna go dark, be a dark caster, be a light caster? Well, in the end, she doesn't really pick. She kind of blocks out the moon, so she really doesn't get claimed. Her mom's still involved, who actually killed her dad, which I don't know if she knows that she killed her dad, or something that says yet. Megan's actually, he's technically like a dark creature because he's an incubus. He feeds off people's dreams, but not people's blood. So we got that going. And the whole thing at the end is that if she chooses dark, all of the light casters in her family just die. And if she chooses light, all of the dark casters in her family die. So it's like, if she picks out the one, someone's gonna die. So it all culminates to this big moment where Ethan gets shot. She ends up doing the same spell like Genevieve does with Ethan caught await with the assistance of Amma. And of course, doing that spell, it culminates to, you know, you lose something, right? Like you gain someone's life, but then you lose something in return. Well, it ends up being that Megan dies. So Megan is passed on, but I do think that he does not actually pass on. He comes back or something, if I'm not mistaken. In the other books, I don't remember. I think he actually comes back. I'm not sure. But there's also hints like throughout when you see Ridley. Of course, she's like a dark caster, but she shows. I feel like if you went with her, she was in on it with Seraphine, so was Larkin, but with Ridley, you know, like she gets redeemed somewhere in these books. She does get redeemed, but she shows up to her to the gathering, the Great Gathering or whatever, and then of course I feel like her real intention was not only was to try and get in there for Seraphine, but also she wants to see her cousin again, Lena. But then she shows up at the prom because she knows that that's what they wanted to do. So there's that piece of the good side of Ridley went before she got claimed for the dark side. That's there. Like she basically stood up for Lena And then also she threw this party for her. And I feel like part of that was because she really wanted to, and another part was like, she's like, I'm just doing my job. I was also like, she really wanted to, because, you know, she wanted her to be a little bit normal. Yeah. But when she tries to do a distraction by having Ethan's father on this tower by the DAR museum they only have in this town, she ends up not having him jump off the roof. And I think it's because she actually kind of really likes Lincoln. Well, she actually does. They're getting together. That's in the other books. But it's because I think that whenever they were alone, she was actually spilling her inner thoughts and secrets and her actual feelings with him, even though, you know, like, she knows that he's under her manipulation, her spell. So I feel like she might have felt more safe just spilling her guts out to the boy. So he ain't gonna give a shit, because he's like, he's under my spell, he ain't gonna remember nothing. Which I think, you know, I don't know, maybe that's what it was. But anyway, side note, anyway, I feel like the last, I feel like that's what come around that corner, come over to bed. I feel like the last 100 pages, which is like non-stop action of, you know, Seraphine, Lena going back and forth, especially when you're listening to the book. There are sound effects, which the only downside with that is that, okay, so there's that, of course, 2 kinds of stupid, blah blah blah. Okay, so right here was his dream on, like, the very first chapter. There's a whole section where, like, he's having a dream about her and all that, but, like, there's like this sound in the background that it just sounds like you're falling or whatever. There's just a sound effect in the background. I can't really describe it. Like, it, but there's also a narration, but the narration is so low that you can't really hear it. So I don't really like that part of it. But there is, you know, when Lena's emotions are really high, lightning strikes, there's rain in the background. So this whole entire time of, like, the movie's 75 pages, 100 pages of Genevieve, Lena going back and forth, Megan coming in there, just finding out about Larkin, and then Larkin, Megan's getting taken out. Then the only thing that Ethan can think to do is go get Marion Ashcroft, go get the book, and then go in, and then, yeah, it's just like, it's all that going on with all this, with all, you know. And then whenever Lena and Megan are going back and forth about, you know, the truth of, hey, if you go dark, all the light casters are gonna die, and if you go light, all the dark casters are gonna go. It was like nonstop action. I feel like they did portray that in the movie. Now, I haven't watched the movie in years, but I do know that they do that, but it's not as intense. It's very, very shortened. Like, the party, Lena's party, is not even there. They cut that out. Oh, I totally forgot to tell you that Lena's, Link's mom was actually Seraphine. Like, Seraphine was in, Link's mom's body, which was weird. But there's that. Anyway, I can probably go on, like, this is totally not, this is not, like, a clear set, you know, thought process. It was just because I literally just finished it. So, let's just say, like, I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely gonna, the next book is, I have these right here. The next book is Beautiful Darkness. And of course, the book ends with, because, like, there's this song that also ends up, it's like 16 moons, 16 years. Like, it's like, they actually sing it in the book, which is funny. And then, so at the end, like, a new song is plugged into his iPod. Come on now. 17 moons, 17 years, eyes were darker, light appears, gold for yes and green for no, 17 last to know. Anyway, I didn't really sing it the way it sounds like in the audiobook, but yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, and of course, Link, his band, another tangent, Link's band is called the Holy Rollers, and of course, really makes the band sound really nice and not shitty like it actually is. And so the song that he ends up singing for Lena, that Lena wrote for him, was 16 moons, 16 years. I felt that should be like an actual song, okay? But so the next one is Beautiful Darkness. Yeah, I wonder how this one's gonna be. I do know somewhere, either in this one or Beautiful Chaos, I can't remember. I do know, like, they go underground somewhere. Oh, oh my god. Oh my god, I guess I was reading this at some point and I stopped and I don't, or like maybe I just put this. Oh my god, this is an old bookmark from like my middle school days. Oh my god, that's funny. I guess that was someone's best friend number 2 at some point. I don't remember, but there's a wolf on there. And then, oh, or like this. I'm thinking about Kane, okay, from WWE. Don't even like play with me now. That's funny. Okay, I think maybe it's this one. I don't remember. Storm of Locust. Maybe it's not this one. There is one where she goes like super goth and she's like going, tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. I can change my mind. Yeah, she goes like that at some point. Might be this one. Oh, but then I don't remember. What is there gonna be a thing in this? Like, I don't remember. But I do know there's a whole thing where limited edition of Gala and receipts from M's Kitchen. Where? What? Limited edition. Oh yeah, this is when it was made into a movie. I didn't know that. Why is that there? Includes limited edition map of Gatlin and recipes from Emma's Kitchen. When? Where? Anyway, I need to find that. Anyway, yeah. I can't remember. Anyway, I got all these books talking about me. I better end this vlog now. Anyway, it was nice chatting with you guys. Nice surprise. You guys got this. So that was really cool. Put this right here. Thanks for chatting. Thank you for, if you sat the whole way through this vlog, thank you if you sat through this whole end of this part of me just rambling and ranting, or, you know, just talking out all the things I feel right now. That'd be awesome. That was awesome. I will see you guys later, and I might be reading Beautiful Darkness. I might be reading Harry Potter. I don't know. We'll see. You might have to stick around and see. I'll catch y'all later. I'll catch you on the next video. Or might not see you for another 3 or 6 months. We'll never know. You'll have to stick around and find out.